This is our last of our addition before we move on to subtraction, lesson 12 homework, and we're going to solve multi-step word problems using our regular standard addition algorithm. And we talked about the algorithm is just a method of solving a problem or doing something. And we're going to model with tape diagrams. And as I said, using these strategies and these models will help you so much. I love tape diagrams. They help with any type of problem, with any type of numbers, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, anything that you're doing. Tape diagrams will be your friend for life. And they're easy to draw, and it really is a great visual model to help you understand different problems. But what we're also going to do is see if your answer makes sense. And this is the number sense part, and we're going to use rounding, which we worked on in previous lessons. So as Mrs. Crosby and I have explained to you, when we learn something, we're going to use it again and again and again. So it's really important to practice and to learn and to tell us if you don't understand, because we are going to be circling back to these strategies and models and algorithms. So we are here for you, and we want you to do well, and we want you to understand. And if you don't, we'll try it a different way, and we'll try a different algorithm or a strategy. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to estimate and then solve each problem. So model the problem with the tape diagram. So you have to explain if your answer is reasonable. So they don't really want you to solve right away. They want you to estimate. Okay, so there are different steps. We're going to estimate the problems and get an estimated sum. Then we're going to actually solve the problem. And then we're going to see, does this make sense? Is our estimate close to our actual answer? And if not, why? So we're going to talk about hits on our school website. And a hit is when somebody visits. So every time somebody goes to, for instance, the Hood School website, it gets tallied. And it's called a hit, so that Mr. McKay can see how many people are using our school website. Also, for these videos, I can see how many views have been happening to these videos. So a hit is on a website, and a view is on a video. So there were 3,905 more hits on the school website in January than in February. Well, February had 9,854 hits. Well, if January had that many and 3,905 more, this is February, and they had February and then this many more than February. Okay, so we have to estimate now. So we would say, if we rounding to the thousands, 9,854. Wow, that is close to 10,000. And we have two of those, so we can do that twice. And then 3,905, well, that's close to 4,000. So 10,000 and 10,000 is 20,000, plus 4 is 24,000. So there were about 24,000 hits on the school's website during January and February. Well, now we have to find out exactly how many. So we're going to not estimate. We're going to actually use these numbers. So 9,854, 9,854, 3,905. And because I did this on the computer, I did not move the regrouping down by the addition line, but that is where you should do it. It's just hard to do it on the computer. But when we write these, that is where you need to regroup. So 4 plus 4 is 8, and 8 plus 5 is 13. We can keep the 3, regroup that 10 up into a 10. 5 plus 5 is 10, and 1 is 11. So we keep the 1, and that group of 10, we move to the 100's place, because 10 times 10 is 100. 8 plus 8 is 16, and 9 plus 1 is 10. So 16 plus 10 is 26. We can keep the 6, and the two groups of 10, we move into the two groups of 100, we move to the thousands place. 9 plus 9, we need to know our doubles. 9 plus 9 is 18, 19, 20, 23. So there were exactly 23,613 hits on the school's website during January and February. Well, is it reasonable? Well, I believe it is. Yes, my answer is reasonable because the exact answer was 23,613 and my estimate was 24,000. And 24,000 minus 23,613 is only 387, which is very close. So yes, that's a reasonable answer. I'm going to do it again. Now, I'm going to say this again because I know a lot of us are Patriots fans. But again, Eureka Math used to be called Engage New York because it was created in New York, so they use a lot of New York teams. So we're going to talk about the Jets and the Giants. So on Sunday, 77,098 fans attended a New York Jets game. The same day, 3,397 more fans attended a New York Giants game than attended the Jets game. Altogether, how many fans attended the game? What was the actual number? So the Jets, we know, had 77,098. But the New York Giants had that amount and 3,397 more. So the tape diagram helps us see that. So we need to add 77,098 twice and then 3,397. 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 7 is 23. 9 plus 9, we need to know our doubles. 18 plus 2 is 29. Ooh, we can keep the 9, but the two groups of 20, we need to move to the hundreds place. 2 plus 3 is 5. 7 plus 7, another double. 7 plus 7 is 14. Plus 3 is 17. I didn't make a 1 there. Ooh, I didn't regroup. 7 plus 7 is 14 and 1 is 15. So there were exactly 150,593 fans who attended the games. Well, is your answer reasonable? So they're kind of combining this. We have to round here. So we're saying that 77,098, well, that rounds to 77,000, doesn't it? And 3,397, well, that rounds to 3,000. So 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 3 is 17, and 7 plus 7 is 14, and 1 is 15. So let's see. Our actual answer was 157,593, and the estimate was 157. That's only, the difference is only 593, which is very close. So yes, that is reasonable. And now we have a data table, just like we use in our science notebooks. But look, it says last year on Ted's farm, his 4 cows produced the following liters of milk. And if you think of a liter, if you've ever had a 2-liter container of soda, maybe, you can think of it almost like a gallon of milk. So we know that Daisy, the cow Daisy, produced 5,098. We know that Mary produced 9,980 and Buttercup produced 7,087. We don't know how much Betsy did. Well, let's find out. Betsy produced 986 more liters of milk than Buttercup. So if Buttercup produced 7,087, Betsy produced that and 986 liters more. So we have to figure out Betsy, don't we? So, what did I do? I thought I added those two together. So, I think I did this wrong because I have Daisy, 5,098, and I have Mary, and I have Buttercup. But I think I added too much here because for Betsy, I only needed to have one of these, correct? If you think about it. So I actually made a mistake, didn't I? 7 plus 6 is 13. 8 plus 8, as we know, is 16, and 1 is 17. 9 plus 1 is 10. Well, I think I did it right. I think I just wrote it wrong. That is right. 8,073. Okay. It was just, I typed it wrong, but it is 8,073 for Betsy. Okay. So, moving on. 7 plus 3 is 10, and 8 is 18. So we can keep the 8, move the 1 into the 10. We have to regroup into the 10's place. 9 plus 1 is 10. 8 plus 8 is 16. So that's 26. Plus 7, that's 23. No, it's not. Let's think about this. 8 plus 8 is 16. Plus 10 is 26. Plus 3. 26 plus 7 is 33, isn't it? Goodness gracious. 9 plus 3 is 12. And let's see if I did this one right. 9 plus 8 is 17, plus 7 is 24, 25, 30. So all 4 cows produced 30,238 liters of milk. Uh-oh, now we have to estimate. So we can say 5,098, 5,000. 873, 8,000. 9,980, oh, well, that is close to 10,000. And 7,087 is close to 7,000. Now, it's hard to do on the computer, but it is important to line up the ones. Let's see if I can do this a little close. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. So it's nice when you round. You only really need to add the thousands. So we have 7 plus 8 is 15, and 5 is 20. And I didn't put my 2 there, did I? And 2 plus 1 is 3, so that's 30. So yes, my answer is reasonable because the exact answer was 30,138, and the estimate was 30,000. And the difference is only 138, and that's wicked close. So that's very close. So think about all that you're doing. You are adding multi-digit numbers, and a lot of them, 4. You are rounding. You are adding your rounded numbers, and then you're subtracting to see if your answer is reasonable. So you are using so many strategies, so many models, so many skills, so impressive. So we are done with addition for now, and we are going to move into subtraction. But you've been doing subtraction, so no worries. We will all get there and do well. I'm very proud of you. Have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.